First, the top stories. Generous contributions continue to pour in CM's COVID-19 Relief Fund. Chief Minister N. Biren expresses gratitude to all donors. India records 60,753 fresh COVID-19 cases, 1,647 deaths in last 24 hours. And construction of ring road will be opposed if it comes against desire of people of Tangmayban as AC, says MLA KH Joy Kisan. Hello and welcome viewers to the MAMITv English News Bulletin. You're watching the primetime news read by Blessing Gangway. In order to help the government of Manipur to fight and defeat the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic, many individuals and different organizations continue to donate generously to the Chief Minister's COVID-19 Relief Fund. Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee in Falt and Mansa Enterprises, Jharkhand, today donated various items including cash to the Chief Minister's COVID-19 Relief Fund. Leader of Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee in Falt donated a sum of rupees 1,25,000, medicines, PPE kits and masks to the Relief Fund at a simple function at the Chief Minister's official bungalow. Expressing his heartfelt gratitude to the Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee in Falt, Chief Minister N. Biren stated on his social media account, known for its firm commitments to the idea of Seva all around the world, the Sikh community of Manipur has come together to extend their help in whichever way possible during this pandemic. On the other hand, Mansa Enterprises, Jharkhand also donated 50,095 masks to the Relief Fund. The Chief Minister also said that the state government is grateful to all the donors who have put in all kinds of contributions to the state. These masks will be of great help in our fight against the pandemic, he stated. Continuing with the downward trend, in daily cases today with 60,753 fresh coronavirus cases and 1,647 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to the latest bulletin by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The country also reported as many as 97,743 discharges, taking the overall recoveries in India to 2,86,78,390. The new fatalities force India's COVID-19 death toll to 3,85,137. The overall tally in the country stands at 2,98,23,546. A total of 7,60,019 cases are currently active in the country, according to the Health Ministry. Meanwhile, the Health Ministry has also informed that the active cases in the country are at the lowest in 74 days, while the recovery rate has been increased to 96.16%. MLA of Tangmayban Assembly Constituency, KH Joy Kisan, has said that he will oppose the work for construction of the ring road under Asian Development Bank or ADB if it comes against the desire of the people of the constituency. Joy Kisan made the statement while meeting the people of the constituency who will likely to be affected by the ring road. MLA Joy Kisan added that he came to know about the agreement signed for the ring road from the media. He also expressed shock when the people of the constituency and the government came to an agreement on the ring road. Joy Kisan added that he even tabled the demand during the assembly budget session, where Work Minister assured to discuss the matter with the public before proceeding the work. He asserted that people's consent is necessary to take up the project. Joy Kisan added that if the project affects the people of the constituency, he will write to the ADB on the matter and take up lawful action. The Tangmaiban MLA also said that despite being in opposition, they will support development work for the public, but will also fight for the welfare of the people. MLA Joy Kisan also assured support for the people who will be affected by the construction of the ring road.
Yamna phajana tawba phibom amada akhoi praja gi interest kak taba oirega di akhoi lambi sedam tawon gani thamaiban gi interest ki wang mada tawra aba praja mayam gi interest ki wang no taraga di maju singdau to Asian Development Bank da akhoi chi igani masi namfu sapura tawna bo honare praja mayam gi interest thabak tawbani ana akhoi igani noira na akhoi legal process sa laga masi thingani haibo kumse Monpo lai nga tapos na warning tau busu ngamoy ako'y na chap mana na lepo ko matanda PW department ikai laga chopa dum nang gani masi ikai dringai da chopa nang dringai da yam phajana khallaga khungkom se hando ko na chungani leibak miyam ge afuba thorakpada ai MLA moina
Plants for Planet has appealed to the masses to plant more trees to contribute to the ecological balance of the planet and to increase the productivity of the farmers. Instagram group Plants for Planet today planted fruit-bearing tree sapling in the surrounding areas of Cherau Hills to commemorate its second foundation day. Founder of the Instagram group Plant for Planet, Teresa Ningthaudam said, "We must start planting trees for the future generations as the state is also witnessing the effects of global warming." Teresa also urged the people to cultivate the habit of tree plantation to fight global warming. District Forest Officer DFO Tawal Forest Division TH Lokendro said a slow lorries free yesterday in Guarok Reserve Forest after providing treatment for 11 days. The slow lorries was rescued after it entered the residence of Tangzam Sandip, Yaripok Kekru on June 7th. Later, the animal had been in treatment at District Veterinary Tawal after getting in touch with DFO Tawal by the Joint Coordination Committee on Wildlife and Biodiversity or JCCWB Manipur. DFO Tawal TH Lokendra lauded JCCWB Sandeep and the veterinary office in rescuing the animal. The slow lorries was set free in the presence of staff of Yaripok BO Honorary Wildlife Warden W. Ramchandra and JCCWB volunteers. Principal Dr. M. Priyobata of Infal College today provided breakfast, hand sanitizer and face masks to 60 inmates who are at the Community Home Isolation Center opened at Infal College for the Kaisamthong Assembly Constituency. Further, a volunteer of the center, P. Sirikanta, mentioned that this isolation center was opened by MLA of Kaisamthong Assembly Constituency, L. Jayantakumar, to help COVID-positive patients in the area. His initiatives were supported by several organizations, social workers, corporates, and clubs. So, MLA L. Jayantakumar, along with volunteers and inmates, thanked Principal Dr. M. Priyobata of Infal College for his contribution and help to the isolation center. Jiribam Block Congress Committee and Jiribam Minority Congress Committee today distributed hand sanitizers, face masks and medicines to orphan homes, differently able children home, all-age home and madrasa as celebration for Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's 51st birthday. The distribution was sponsored by the Secretary of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee Admin and Jiribam Block Congress Committee in charge A. Badur Rahman. Institute for Children with Disabilities ex-Secretary Oinam Anita expressed gratitude towards Badur for providing edible items and monetary assistance to the children home during the time of the pandemic commemorating Rahul Gandhi's birthday.
Wadu Rahman Masamak Madimhaki Kamuna Lakidunam Thomasida we labor staff sing hanging Ipunamaki San and Navagi Damata commodity essential commodity Pochekra from Sida Pibiram Balunana we Cheng Hawaii Tautum the Natana case winner Pibirabagi the Mata we enjoy my Kaidagi Aishamo Inamanita Devi ex secretary Ishamana Mayam Muchilaga MPCC Secretary Jirangi in charge Buzu Tagat of Fundok and Tobin Kambucher.
The items were distributed at ICD Lakipur, Gumlam Cha Children Home, Chingdong Laikai and Orphanage Home of the district. Chandel Battalion, under the aegis of IGAR South, organized a tree plantation drive in Mati village yesterday towards promoting the Go Green initiative. The tree plantation drive was conducted with an aim to control the global warming, make environment pollution-free, and spread awareness on importance of clean environment. As part of the initiative, samplings were planted by the troops of Assam Rifles. During the event, the troops were educated about the importance of trees in maintaining the ecological equilibrium. Loktak Battalion, Assam Rifles under the aegis of IGR East apprehended one active cadre of band underground outfit KNAI from Tuisomjang village of Churchanpur district. Based on specific intelligence inputs regarding the presence of an active cadre in general area of Tuisomjang, the security forces launched an operation and successfully apprehended the active cadre of KNAI. The apprehended individual was identified as Tongko Sat Haukip, resident of Tuisomjang village, Churchanpur district, and was handed over to Churchanpur police station for further investigation. All Manipur United Clubs Organization or AMUCO and ECTA Parisat Manipur jointly distributed relief materials to 392 families who are wage earners. In a press note by Assistant General Secretary AMUCO M.M. Thambo said the distribution was carried out to provide some relief to the people who have been affected by the prolonged lockdown and curfew. They added that they will continue the help. Manipur West condemns the criticism by Congress President K. Govindas and accuses that government led by CM and Biren Singh for not overcoming the present COVID-19 pandemic and alleged the government of misappropriations of funds. In a press note by the Council President Namjagai Pamay, PPC stated that it is unbecoming of a leader and the Congress party. The Council appealed to all the responsible leaders to work in unison despite the differences. PPC also urged not to politicize on the basis of unconfirmed allegations and charges of misappropriation of state funds of the ongoing pandemic. They appealed to people's cooperation and support to CM Birent during the pandemic. Now, even as the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic has engulfed the entire country, including Manipur, Governor of Manipur, Najma Haptullah, appeals to the people through MAMITv to get vaccinated and take utmost care to protect themselves from COVID-19.
I wish all the well to the watcher of MAMITv. I want to request everyone to promote vaccination. I request everyone to get vaccinated, because if all of you cooperate, then only we'll be successful in our efforts. So through this television, Mami, name is also very good, Mami. I request everyone to follow the appeal and promote as much vaccination as possible. Government, all those instruction SOP the government is doing. everybody should follow it, because your cooperation is needed in our success against the pandemic. So government is also trying their best to prevent the spread of pandemic. So please cooperate with the government. Thank you. All the best. MAMITv.
Where we have more updates after the break from national and international events. Stay with us.
MAMITv na miyam gidamak laibak pokpan numit ki numidang wairam pung teret taba matamda sandok sargani online doctor consultation program sandok sagadori bathoram asida COVID-19 na maram oiduna home isolation tawriba miyoi singa thengnariba pungning wakal gi awaba kaya ko on bangamna na pandamda MAMITv na puthokpa online doctor consultation program ni miyam da sandok sagadori basi maram maduna online gi kuthang da home isolation tawriba miyoi singa mobile number 8413975 da call tawbiraktuna doctor amadi expert singa hakthengna wari sanabagi khudong chaba lobiyu.
Welcome back after the break. Now on the national news, India called for upholding the rule of law and release of detained leaders today during the United Nations General Assembly or UNGA adoption of resolution on Myanmar. The country also welcomes the Asian initiatives on Myanmar and the 5-point consensus, asserting its diplomatic engagement will be aimed at strengthening these efforts. While speaking on UNGA adoption of resolution on Myanmar, Ambassador T.S. Moody said that India will continue to engage with measures to accelerate and support the democratic transition in Myanmar so that the hopes and aspirations of the people of Myanmar are fully respected. The UNGA adopted a resolution on Myanmar that called upon the Myanmar Armed Forces to respect the people's will as freely expressed by results of the General Assembly election of November 8, 2020 to end the state of emergency, to respect all human rights of people of Myanmar and to allow the sustained democratic transition of Myanmar, including the opening of the democratically elected parliament, and by working towards bringing all national institutions, including the armed forces, under a fully inclusive civilian government that is representative of the people's will. The resolution was adopted with 119 countries voting yes, Belarus voting no, and India along with 35 other countries abstaining, including China and Russia. Political leaders across party lines have condoled the demise of legendary athlete Milkha Singh, popularly known as Flying Sikh, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi leading the tributes by describing him as a colossal sportsperson who captured the nation's imagination and had a special place in the hearts of countless Indians. His inspiring personality endeared himself to millions. Milkha Singh, 91, passed away yesterday at Chandigarh's Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, or PGMR, where he was being treated for COVID-19 related complications. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also condoled the demise of the sporting icon. Mourning his death, the president said the story of Milkha Singh's struggles and strength of character will continue to inspire generations of Indians. President Kovind said the passing of sporting icon Milkha Singh fills his heart with grief. The story of his struggles and strengths of character will continue to inspire generations of Indians. Vice President tweeted that through his scintillating performances on the world stage, the legendary athlete has stirred and inspired every Indian, and not just in sports. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said India mourns the sad demise of legendary sprinter Milkha Singh, the Flying Sikh. He has left an indelible mark on world athletics. Punjab, Haryana, Bengal Chief CM mourned Milkha's death, describing the death of the legendary athlete Milkha Singh with post-COVID complications. Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh said it was the end of an era and India and Punjab are poorer. The legendary athlete was a four-time Asian Games gold medalist and the 1958 Commonwealth Games champion, but his greatest performance remains the fourth place finish in the 400-meter final of the 1960 Rome Olympics. Now, before we end, a quick recap of the headlines once again. Generous contributions continue to pour in CM's COVID-19 Relief Fund. Chief Minister N. Biren expresses gratitude to all donors. India records 60,753 fresh COVID cases, 1,647 deaths in the last 24 hours. And construction of ring road will be opposed if it comes against the desire of people of Tangmaiban AC, says MLA KH Joy Kisan. Well, viewers, that's the end of this English News Hour for now. From the entire team of MAMITv, thank you so much for being with us. Till then, stay safe.